Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So week 16 already of my journey as a funded trader this year. So I hope everyone's enjoying the content. Let me know in the comments down below if this is useful and actually the commentary I'm giving on my trades and my journey is actually helpful and guiding on your path as well. So as you probably know from my last week's video, I'm actually on holiday at the moment, so I've actually not been physically trading, although I've said before, not trading is still trading. I've been preserving my capital. I've not been in the markets. I've not been exposing myself to any risk. I've also been working on myself a lot more, doing a lot of physical work, making sure I'm a lot physically and healthier, looking at the diet. Because one of the things, sitting at home in front of the computer screen all day, you end up eating a lot of junk food, a lot of trash, and that does have a negative impact, not just on the constant sugar rushes, but just the overall effect of the body. So really a big detox, physical work this week. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to get back to trading next week and see how those results are going to impact on my trading results. So last week, as you know, I had some ongoing swing trades effectively that were in a sort of semi-losing position, as well as I placed some other trades towards the end of last week looking for some long-term moves on the Euro dollar and GBP USD. Did an update video this week actually how that all lost, but effectively what I also did on the Friday is closed out all of my positions for the entire week. Made sure I had no stress, no issue whatsoever. Although I'm now on a swing account with FT mode, that actually does allow me to hold trades over the weekend. I've kind of been into that mentality of closing out anyway. I've not really enjoyed having things over the weekend. And as we saw last Friday with a lot of the political news coming out, especially in the Middle East, there could have been some potential massive spikes on some of the Forex pairs as well as gold. So I decided to close everything out. So when I look at my overall results so far, I've actually had a significant drop in my overall balance on the account, on the equity side of things. But when we look at the actual profit split I'm still expecting, I'm at the 1.5% overall, so I'm okay with that. It could have been a lot better, but again, considering where I was at the start of the month, where I'm now, I'm fairly confident I can actually have another good week coming up to get back on track where I should be. So one of the things I have been doing over the past week is really going through a lot of the books. Now I have these on Audible, so it's very easy to go through. I typically go at times 1.5 speed. I miss a lot of the content of the books, although I've read them previously before as well as listened to them. But what you sometimes find is subconsciously, when you're going things at a faster pace, what I find is that your mind will pick on the things that actually need to work on. So I've been working on Mark Douglas, Trading on the Zone, and also the mental game of trading, just to make sure that I can actually focus on any particular weaknesses I have. And one thing that really struck me was that the whole section on weaknesses in the book really sat down to identify where I thought was going wrong, some of the weaknesses, and how I can improve on that. Now, the overall weakness I came up with on my trading so far is my market bias. Now, what I've tended to do, and probably alluded to some of the trades I've taken previously, is where I'm looking through my YouTube subscription feed. A lot of people there are saying about the market crash overall, big crashes coming, we're going to come into a big recession. I've also got the all-time highs on my chart of whether it's gold, Bitcoin, FTSE 100. Psychologically, I'm thinking if it's all-time high, it can't go any higher. But as we always know, is things can go a lot higher. We've seen that especially in gold, where it's broken through 2,300, 2,350, 2,400, gone even higher than that. So there's definitely a lot more potential to the upside when things are uncertain. So what I need to do is get back into trading what I see and not what I think. And that's been one of the biggest problems I think I've had over the past few weeks, is just thinking, okay, fine. Let's take the Euro trade I did, for example. Price down to a level of support. I saw other people kind of had the same thinking, and if I thought, okay, if they're thinking the same, then it must be correct. Reality was, if I'd done my actual true analysis, looked at what was happening on the charts, I probably should have shorted it, but I was just thinking that as low as it could go, it couldn't go any lower, and as we've proven wrong over that last trade, things can go a lot lower. So for me, really working on my weaknesses, and I'll do a whole separate video of how I actually went about identifying my weaknesses and some of the other ones I came up with in my whole list, and why I was able to focus on my market bias as the big one I can work on over the next couple of weeks. So the other thing I've managed to do is look at my overall plan for the year, which I had on my monthly reviews. Now, obviously I come from a project management background where you're almost looking on a daily or a weekly basis of project plan reviews. And I hadn't really done that up until now. I thought, okay, fine, I'll set the plan for the year, and I was going to track month on month and see where I was going. It's really important to actually able to pivot when things don't quite work and out in our favor. And that's been the case on some of my funded accounts up until now. So I'm really looking to change my entire plan, and I'll document that in next week's video, which is going to be my monthly summary profit and loss. I can go through my entire plan and targets, what I'm going to be achieving for the rest of this quarter and the second half of this year. So hopefully that's going to give a lot more inspiration to people how they can change their ideas and their philosophy on what they're doing on their funded journey, and prove that you don't have to have one mindset all the way through. You can actually change it, pivot, and come up with some other ideas to make money in the markets, because as we know, things are never static. We need to evolve, adapt, improve, and get better week on week. And for me, that's my whole mission this year, is being able to review, look back at my week as it's been, understand where I've made the mistakes, improve on those, and really launch forward going forward. I've not seen that in my overall results over the past couple of weeks or months. I really want to make some significant gains in the performance on that side of it to get some better percentage returns. But ultimately, if I know I'm doing the foundations right, they will come in the long term. It's very easy to get carried away and think, okay, I need to make a 5, 10, 20% return this month to prove that I'm a better trader than anybody else. But I'm not competing against anybody else. This is my journey. I'm competing with myself to improve. As long as I can get payouts on a regular basis and keep funding my journey all the way through, I think that's more beneficial long term than trying to be a wonder guru that comes out with a huge percentage gain, buy a Lamborghini, and then never be seen again. So I hope that's been another sort of insight into my whole thought process and my journey in this trading for this year. So keep watching, and I'll catch you again very soon. Cheers.